This is Steve, the Arizona Mildman. I'm coming to you today from Phoenix, Arizona again. I hope everybody's having a good day. I just thought I'd bring up a few things again. Right now we're going through all kinds of debates and stuff in Arizona about different things. Let me explain something to you. Those of you that still think that there's a question about the illegal aliens here, haven't had to live with the illegal aliens here. The problem pretty much centers around the fact that they came here illegally, they are used to doing things illegally, and they're not going to stop that once they're here. A lot of people think that the people who came here illegally are all here to work real hard. If they work real hard for about half a day, that's good. As soon as they can get some beer money, they disappear. And that's pretty much the size of what I'm seeing everywhere I turn around. There are a few of them that do work very hard, that have been here for years. Right now, we're not trying to get rid of the people who are here that actually work. We just want to get rid of the ones that are tearing things up, destroying apartment complexes, living 14 of them at a time in a one-bedroom apartment, which is defrauding an innkeeper, committing drug felonies on a constant basis, constantly drinking. We have more of a problem with DUIs here than anybody else. When the statistics were out, when the new DUI laws came out, every culture except for the Hispanics went down in frequency of having DUIs, except for the Hispanics went up. And that is mainly because of the illegals. They come here, they get fake ID, they get no insurance. And by the way, it's mandatory to own car insurance here. When they don't buy insurance, they get in a wreck, they cause a wreck, and what do? Do you think they pay for anything? They change phony ID and become somebody else, and next week they're driving the same car under a different name, new ID. Some of them can get whole identification packages for as little as $16 to $21. That includes a social security card, driver's license with their picture on it, somebody else's name and social security number, with a birth certificate, you name it. It's getting to the point to where people are just tired of dealing with this. People in other states have all kinds of opinions about this, but they don't actually see it at the level of what we're dealing with. There's more illegals coming across the border into this state than anywhere else along the border. We get probably 100 times as many as they get in Texas or California. So the idea that, we don't know what we're talking about is pretty much crazy. They don't go to different states because of some of the people there just won't hire them. Okay? If that was the same thing here, we wouldn't have a problem. But we've got a bunch of lazy entrepreneurs here who are paying for these people to come and work for them. And they were stopping it for a while, but if you go by just about any Home Depot parking lot, there's a whole 15 or 20 of them standing out there in the parking lot, waving at every car going by, hoping somebody's going to take them out and let them work that day. My own sister has hired a bunch of them to move furniture. But when you do that, you have to watch them every minute so they don't steal anything. They come from a country where the government is corrupt, the police are corrupt, and this is the way they look at things. Anything they can get away with is okay, because if they get caught, they just pay the police. They expect to act the same way here. When they get thrown in jail, they get out on bond or on their own recognizance. You never see them again. They'll be out in a minute and gone doing something else. They don't get deported like they're supposed to whenever they get arrested for a felony, misdemeanor, anything. When that congressman started shouting at Obama, calling him a liar, when Obama said that the present medical care setup that he had revised was not set up to be used by illegal aliens, and the guy yelled liar. Well, he was wrong for doing that, but what President Obama doesn't understand is the present system is set up for them not to be able to be using it, and they are anyway. It's because we got idiots here who are Mexican American that took over a county and DES, Department of Economic Security. The people who do the evaluations, most of them are Mexican Americans, and they're very, very, very sympathetic to all these people who come here illegally, because they don't realize those guys are causing them problems. If you don't want racial profiling, don't allow members of your own race to come over here and destroy things and break the law. It's that simple. That's all I got on that. Right. Well, I'd like to mention that if you have to stand in a store line an extra hour and a half, if you had to deal with some of the things that we have to deal with on a daily basis, wherever you go around here to get anything done, and there's one of them that needs an interpreter, there's one of them that doesn't know how to use the ATM, there's one of them that doesn't know how to use the gas pump, there's one of them that doesn't know how to use their own debit card, they don't even know how to read in English enough to be able to get along. Some of them, I think most of them learned how to drive because someone went, oh, here, I'm too drunk to go to the store, here, take my keys, you drive, and then they get in and they drive like that. It's timid, they're scared to death the entire time they're trying to find their way through traffic, scared half to death, and it's maddening. It's maddening for the rest of us to have to put up with that. We deal with it on a constant basis. Those of you who think that's okay, come live in Arizona, in a couple of the areas I've lived in for 2 weeks. Once they have one of those 72-hour parties with drinking beer, loud music, mariachi music, boom, 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 like Mexican polka for 72 hours at a time. The police come by, tell them to turn the music down, they turn it down, the police leave, they turn it right back up, and nobody gets to sleep, nobody gets to work on time, nobody gets anything done for 3 days. You deal with that one time. You won't want to be living next door to them either. So, that's all I got for now. I'll talk to you later. Thank you.